can you reduce those repeat questions? Hook up the auto suggested answers feature in Slack to your Slack channel. So when I come to a Slack channel and I ask a question that's already been asked here before, I'm going to ask it again. No expert has to come into this into this question and give an answer. We're going to save everybody time here if we set up this ability for Guru to auto respond to these questions, because as soon as I ask a question in there, Guru is going to start searching and it's going to produce a suggested answer, just like if I ask Guru a question in the web app or in the extension. So if you're bogged down with those repeat questions, if your experts are complaining about that and you use Slack, hook up the knowledge agent, which I'll talk more about in a sec, to these busy Slack channels to answer those questions and save your experts time, save your question askers time, and reinforce Guru as that source of truth. All right. See, I told you I gotta, keep myself entertained here. I'm playing these little tricks, doing these little sketches. So you have knowledge agents, and knowledge agents are what we just saw. So I had a knowledge agent hooked up to that Slack channel to automatically answer questions. And then I can also have knowledge agents that give me a more tailored search experience wherever I'm using Guru. So that's what a knowledge agent is, basically, is the ability to create a more tailored, specific search experience designed to cater to specific teams or specific use cases. And you see some examples below here. These are going to be really, really useful if you're experiencing crowded search results, or if you're having trouble finding what you need. Consider creating a knowledge agent for these specific use cases, like catering to new hires, or creating a customer insight agent that's hooked up to your CRM tool, or a product insight agent that's hooked up to your PM tools, as well as your product Guru collections. Each one of these agents that we see over here, you can set up specific sources that go to them. You can set up who has access to them. You can plug them into Slack channels. You can make them default searches on websites and pages, and a whole lot more. So making amazing agents, or amagents, I don't know, just it's a portmanteau. Hope you like it. So how to make an amagent, an amazing agent. You come over to your managed section here. You go to knowledge agents, and then you can create a new knowledge agent here. But you're going to want to consider all the various things that I've said here. So consider who has access to it, only give access to the right folks. What sources are going to plug into it. So this is a benefits buddy, right? So we're going to just look at information that has to do with employee benefits. So we've got a company collection here that has benefits information in it. We've got insurance plans drive. We've got Slack channel benefits information where people go to ask questions about benefits. That's plugged in as a source here. And maybe I've got some Notion pages as well. And then I'm going to customize a prompt. The prompt is basically is the recipe of the agent. If the agent is a chef, the prompt is you telling the agent what you want it to produce. So customize the prompt to make sure that it gives robust and detailed, informative answers, that it's going to respond in a certain type of format, providing long, detailed answers that avoid summarizing wherever possible. You may not need to play with this that much. You may automatically set up an agent and start seeing good results automatically, or you may need to do a lot of configuration with this depending on what your use case is and how specific it is. And we have a lot of documented tips on how to create a great prompt in our help center as well. And then you can hook it up to the Slack channels from here. So that's this benefits buddy will automatically respond to questions in this benefits information channel. And then you can set it as the default to a specific page, so that when I come to a specific page in my benefits hub, it's already, this search bar up here is automatically going to search the Ask Benefits Buddy, so that I don't have to do this kind of toggling and switch between the different agents that I have available to me. I can just come to this page where I'm looking at benefits information and ask that question there. You can also pin it to specific websites so that it's the default search in the extension as well. All right, coming up on time here. Got about 9 minutes left, so I'm going to start moving a little quick. I talked about a lot of these knowledge agent prompts tips here. just now. So here's these laid out a little bit more. The biggest thing I guess I would say, biggest takeaway here is if you're hooking up your knowledge agent to Slack, beware of this limit responses to all members toggle. I'm going to come back to the knowledge agents page here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But when you hook up a knowledge agent to Slack, you're going to see down at the bottom this limit responses to sources shared with all members toggle. If you don't have any security concerns with the information from your agent getting fed into that Slack channel, go ahead and disable this. But if you're worried about information that's available to this agent being shared with people in a Slack channel that maybe shouldn't see some of that more sensitive information, then you're going to want to toggle that on. And then it's only going to give responses that are informed by sources that are available to everybody in Guru. So you don't have to worry about sensitive content being shared. It's a little bit complex. Hopefully that makes sense. For the most part, you can probably disable this, but if you have sensitivity concerns, you want to keep that enabled. And if you have follow-up questions on that, just let us know. Check out our help center too for more tips on setting up a great custom prompt.